$77 million. That's the number exploding across Hollywood tonight, as a new lawsuit drags Tyler Perry into a headline no publicist can control. And buried inside the complaint is a line designed to hit like a punch. "He offered me $5,000. Not a rumor, not a blind item man allegation filed in court, instantly turning into a cultural firestorm. Perry's side flatly denies the claims, calling it a blatant cash grab, but the timing, the money, and the power dynamics being described have already turned this into the kind of story that doesn't stay in a courtroom. It spreads, it mutates, and it forces one question into the spotlight. If a person says an opportunity came with pressure, where does ambition end and exploitation begin? Tyler Perry isn't just another Hollywood name. He's a $1.4 billion empire wrapped in a single person. The billionaire filmmaker owns Tyler Perry Studios, a 330-acre production fortress in Atlanta that rivals major Hollywood lots. He's produced over 1,200 television episodes, 22 films, and built an entertainment machine that generates $150 million annually in content deals alone. From the Madea franchise that grossed nearly $700 million to hit series like The Oval and partnerships with Netflix, Bet Plus, and major studios, Perry controls every frame, every script, every dollar. He's the first African American to own a major film studio outright. A mogul who built his kingdom by owning his content when others were renting theirs. His success story is legendary, from homelessness to stage plays that sold out 35,000 seats weekly to becoming one of entertainment's wealthiest figures. But that kind of power, it comes with scrutiny. And when allegations surface against someone who controls casting calls, career trajectories, and million-dollar opportunities, the industry doesn't just pay attention, it freezes. The complaint filed Thursday, December 26, by Mario Rodriguez reads like a timeline of alleged manipulation masked as mentorship. According to the lawsuit, Rodriguez, an aspiring actor and model, first connected with Perry in 2014 when a gym trainer at Equinox in Los Angeles approached him, saying Perry wanted his phone number to discuss an acting role. Perry allegedly called Rodriguez that same day, mentioning a new movie that might have a part for him. The lawsuit claims Perry told Rodriguez, "You know, Mario, I'm not a bad person to know and have in your corner." After Rodriguez auditioned and landed a minor role as frat guy number 10 in 2016's Boo, a Madea Halloween, the lawsuit alleges Perry invited him to his Los Angeles home. According to the complaint, they had drinks in Perry's kitchen before heading to a home theater to watch a movie. The lawsuit describes an alleged incident where Perry put his hands on Mr. Rodriguez's legs and began rubbing his inner thigh right next to his penis, telling him it's okay, while continuing. Rodriguez says he excused himself to the restroom. The complaint claims Perry persisted, allegedly saying, "Man, if you would just come, I would take care of you for the rest of your life and you wouldn't have to worry about anything. I know you'll come around." The lawsuit states Rodriguez maintained boundaries during the 2016 filming and that Perry was never inappropriate on set. But after production wrapped, the alleged pattern allegedly continued in 2018. According to the complaint, Perry invited Rodriguez to dinner at Mastro's Steakhouse in Beverly Hills to discuss a role in The Oval. The lawsuit alleges that afterward, at Perry's home, Perry tightly hugged Rodriguez while attempting to unbuckle his pants. The complaint claims Perry reached into Mr. Rodriguez's underwear and grabbed his penis while making sexual moaning noises and saying, "Stay here, stay here." After Rodriguez allegedly freed himself, the lawsuit says Perry apologized and gave him $5,000. The complaint alleges Perry gave Rodriguez $5,000 on multiple occasions following the encounters. Another alleged incident in 2019, according to the lawsuit, involved Perry grabbing Rodriguez's hand and placing it on his genitals. Rodriguez is suing for sexual assault, sexual battery, and intentional infliction of emotional distress, seeking at least $77 million in damages. The lawsuit also names Lionsgate, distributor of Boo, a Madea Halloween. alleging the studio turned a blind eye to Perry's alleged misconduct. Perry's attorney, Alex Spiro, high-profile lawyer known for representing Jay-Z and Alec Baldwin, didn't mince words. Having recently failed in another matter against Mr. Perry, the very same lawyer has now made yet another demand from more than a decade ago, which will also be a failed money grab, Spiro said in a statement. The reference to another matter points directly to a prior lawsuit filed in June by Derek Dixon, an actor from Perry's series The Oval, who sued for $260 million over similar allegations. Perry's team has consistently framed both cases as coordinated extortion attempts, emphasizing that Rodriguez's attorney, Jonathan Delshad, represents both accusers. Spiro's statement suggests Perry views this as a pattern not of his own alleged behavior, but of legal strategy designed to extract settlements. Lionsgate has not commented publicly. These are allegations, not proven facts. Perry maintains his innocence, and no criminal charges have been filed. But in the court of public opinion, denials compete with allegations, and both can coexist in the noise. The combination of factors here created a perfect viral storm. First, the money. $77 million and $260 million aren't just numbers, they're headlines, designed to grab attention and signal seriousness. Second, the fame. Tyler Perry is a household name whose brand is built on morality plays, family values, and uplifting narratives. Allegations that contradict that image create cognitive dissonance that fuels engagement. Third, the timing. This is the second lawsuit in 6 months involving the same attorney, the same type of allegations, and the same defendant. That pattern, whether real or perceived, transforms individual stories into a narrative arc. Fourth, the power dynamic. Aspiring actors alleging misconduct by a billionaire mogul who controls casting and contracts taps directly into post. #meant to cultural awareness about exploitation in entertainment. And fifth, the specificity. The $5,000 detail is designed to resonate as both a transactional insult and a power move, big enough to signal hush money, small enough to feel dismissive. When you add the Lionsgate angle, suggesting institutional complicity, you've got a story that touches every nerve Hollywood tries to protect: power, silence, complicity, and the question of who knew what and when. The internet doesn't need verdicts, it needs questions, and this case asks all of them. If these allegations gain traction, whether proven or not, the ripple effects could reshape Perry's empire. Major studios that rent his Atlanta facilities might reevaluate partnerships. Netflix, Bet+, and other content buyers could face public pressure to distance themselves or pause projects pending legal resolution. Actors who've worked with Perry could face uncomfortable questions about what they witnessed or experienced. Investors might reconsider valuations if Perry's brand becomes toxic rather than bankable. And most critically, other potential accusers might feel emboldened to come forward. Following the pattern seen in other high-profile cases where one lawsuit opens the door for others, Perry's philanthropic work donating millions to underserved communities could be weaponized in both directions, as evidence of character or as a smokescreen for alleged private behavior. The industry could rally around him, viewing this as an attack on one of its most successful self-made moguls. Or it could abandon him with surgical precision, the way Hollywood discards liabilities when brand protection demands it. The legal process could take years, but public perception moves at internet speed. And in that arena, Perry's already fighting a two-front war: the courtroom and the culture. Right now, everything hangs in legal limbo. Will Rodriguez's case survive motions to dismiss? Will Dixon's lawsuit, now in Georgia federal court, produce new evidence? Will more accusers emerge, turning to lawsuits into a wave? Or will Perry's legal team dismantle these claims as they've promised, exposing them as coordinated attempts to extract payouts from a deep-pocketed target? The answers won't come quickly. Discovery, depositions, and potential settlements could stretch into 2026 and beyond. But the court that matters most, public opinion, is already in session. Every text message, screenshot, every legal filing, every statement from either side becomes ammunition in a battle where reputations are the casualty and truth is the prize no one can agree on. Tyler Perry built his empire by writing his own endings. But this story, he doesn't control the script. The question isn't just whether he'll win in court, it's whether his brand survives the process. Because in Hollywood, perception isn't just reality, it's currency. And right now, that currency is under siege. What do you think?